This is the Garden of Gethsemane. Matthew 26, Luke 22.
Midnight weeps beneath the trees. He kneels where sorrow bleeds. The world asleep, his soul undone. The hour falls, the cup's begun.
Matthew 26. He walks into the night, disciples follow close, but they don't see the fight. He tells them, sit here, watch with me in pain so deep. The ground receives his whispers where shadows creep. My soul is sorrowful, even unto death. Every word a trembling, every pause a breath. He steps a little further, alone beneath the sky. Falling on his face, he lets the tears cry. Father, if it's possible, let this cup pass from me. Yet not my will but yours. Beneath the olive tree, he bleeds before the lashes, grieves before the cross. He's carrying creation's weight, feeling every loss. Luke 22, he kneels in the dirt. Every heartbeat, thunder, every prayer a hurt. If you're willing, remove this cup, he pleads. Yet obedience blooms where agony bleeds. An angel appears to strengthen the sun, but the garden grows colder, the darkness has begun. His sweat falls like blood, dropping to the ground. Heaven holds its breath, not a single sound. He turns and finds I'm sleeping again. Couldn't you watch 1 hour? The question cuts within. Torches in the distance, footsteps draw near. The hour has arrived, betrayal is here. Judas comes with a kiss in the night, a signal of betrayal under flickering light. They seize him, swords drawn, confusion explodes, but he whispers, the scriptures must be fulfilled. As the darkness grows, Peter swings, but he heals the wound. Even in betrayal, mercy is found. The disciples scatter, fear takes hold. The silence after loyalty breaks like cold. Would we have stayed awake, or scattered with the crowd? Would our faith have whispered, or spoken aloud? The garden holds the question in the midnight air. Will you kneel beside the Savior there?
Midnight weeps beneath the trees. He kneels where sorrow bleeds. The world asleep, his soul undone. The hour falls, the cup's begun. The cup's begun.
Matthew 26.
Torches burn where truth's denied. Shadows judge, the night's a lie. Lies take aim where silence stands. The innocent and guilty hands. Matthew 26, they drag him through the night to the high priest's house where darkness hides the light. False voices gather, twisting every word. Their accusations heavy, the truth is never heard. He stands in silence, prophecy fulfilled. The lamb before the slaughter, calm and still. They search for a witness, lies fill the air. Yet nothing they can summon can truly compare. The high priest steps forward, face like stone. Are you the Christ? He demands from the throne. The world holds his breath as he speaks his claim. Power and glory in the darkness proclaim. They tear their robes, the verdict is sealed. Spitting and striking, their hatred revealed. Blindfolded they mock him, prophesy who struck. Their laughter is venom, their cruelty stuck. The council erupts, their sentence is made. In the court of shadows, innocence is betrayed. They bind a Messiah in ropes rough and tight. The King of glory condemned in the night. Outside in the courtyard, Peter hides near. A servant girl's question awakens his fear. Weren't you with them, she whispers, torchlight on his face. He denies with panic, retreating from grace. Two more confront him, his voice grows loud. I don't know night splits apart. Peter, remember, shame tears at his heart. Will we stand or tremble, speak or flee? When shadows accuse, what truth will we be? The courtyard lingers with a question unspoken. Faith tested in darkness, promises broken.
Torches burn where truth's denied. Shadows judge, the night's a lie. Lies take aim where silence stands. The innocent and guilty
The hall is filled with laughter, but none of it is holy. What you're about to hear changed everything. The question is, where would you have stood?
They strip the robe, they crown with thorns. A cruel parade where hate is born. Their voices rise, the stone walls ring. They mock the face of heaven's king.
They mock the face
They mock the face
of heaven's king.
Matthew 27, they march him through the hall. Torches burning, shadows crawling up the wall. You're standing there, breath caught in your chest. Soldiers moving closer, predators at best. They rip his clothes, shame on display. Scarlet robe on his shoulders, mocking what they say. They twist the crown of thorns, slow and deliberate. Press it to his brow until silence self breaks. Blood and mockery, mixed like wine on stone. The reed shoved in his hand, king without a throne. They kneel in cruel theater, venom in their voice. Hail, king of the Jews. Hatred is the choice. G is ricochet like arrows through the air. He doesn't flinch, doesn't return the stare. Prophecy breathes through the cracks in their laughter. They don't know they're writing what comes after.
They strip the robe, they crown with thorns. A cruel parade where hate is born. Their voices rise, the stone walls ring. They mock the face of heaven's king.
Oh, they don't know, they don't know.
They don't know.
Spit flies like sparks from a torch in the night. Open hands strike his face. Prophecy in sight, he slap a scripture fulfilled. Each blow a sign, they blindfold him, laugh and tell us who hit you this time. Cruelty echoes, bouncing off the stone like a hymn gone wrong, like a twisted tone. Iron hangs heavy in the air, weight of their sin, but they don't care. They don't care, they don't care. They kneel again, mock homage, hollow praise. They can't see the throne, behind the G as they raise. They can't see the king, they're crowning with pain. They don't know this moment breaks every chain. Isaiah's words hover like ghosts in the room. He gave his back to the smartest, sealing their doom. His face to the shame, to the spit and disgrace. And still silence, not weakness, surrendered grace.
Would you have spoken when they crowned him with thorns?
And stayed silent while the king was scorned.
Would you step between him and the soldier's hand?
Or hide your face, too afraid to stand.
Their voices aren't ancient, they echo through time. Every heart that turns away commits the same crime. Every soul that crowns fear instead of the king. Every moment of silence when we should sing.
They don't see, they can't see
They can't see.
the throne behind the mockery.
The rope clings to his shoulders as they drag him away. Laughter follows like smoke, staining night into day. You remain in the shadows, heart pounding in your chest. A question burning inside. Would I have passed the test? Their voices travel forward through centuries and years. Every mocking word still living in our hearts and fears. They crowned him with thorns, but look how he bore it.
Like royalty, like a king, turning cruelty into coronet. They meant it for destruction and pain, he turned it to coronation. Broke sin's chain, the king of kings stood beneath. Torchlight and hate wore shame like a crown to obliterate our fate. They thought they were ending him, thought they had won. They didn't know they were crowning God's only son. Every thorn was a promise, every drop of blood a seal. The mockery became the moment that made salvation real.
They strip the rug, they crown wear a cruel parade where hate was born. Their voices rise as stone walls ring. They crown the King of Kings. They crown the King. They crown
Heaven's King. The King of Kings.
Every knee that bends in mockery will bow in worship. Every tongue that cursed his name will confess him as Lord. The crown they pressed into his brow sealed your redemption. They thought they were destroying a man, they were coronating God.
And you, standing in the shadows.
What will you do with the king they mocked?
Lord of Lords. Silence. The streets are narrow. The crowd presses. Dust climbs your throat, and the weight he carries is not wood alone.
The road is long, the sky hangs low, dust and sorrow where the footsteps go. You walk beside him, you can't look away. The lamb keeps moving through the crushing clay.
Every step was written, every tear foretold. Mercy in the silence, courage in the cold. You hear the city breathing like a failing flame. He carries what you couldn't, he calls you by name. Luke 23, they lead him out. The laughter trails like smoke, a beam bites into his shoulder. The crowd splits, then closes like a yoke. You feel a soldier's elbow drive you toward the curb. Back, he barks, iron in his voice and verb. The wood scrapes stone to sound your bones remember. You smell sweat, dust, iron air like embers. He stumbles, the whole street gasps in one hard breath. And fear runs cold inside your chest like death. They seize a man from the crowd, you carry it, Simon lifts. You're close enough to hear the groan, the timber shifts. His eyes find yours, not begging, not blame. A steady burning, knowing that unhooks your shame. You taste the grit, the wind throws sand like knives. Your heartbeat staggers with the rhythm of their strides. You try to speak, but all your prayers are ash. You only walk and breathe and hear the lashes in the past. And hear the lashes in the past.
The road is long, the sky hangs low, dust and sorrow where the footsteps go. You walk beside him, you can't look away. The lamb keeps moving through the crushing clay. Every step is prophecy, every silence a key. You hear your name inside the wind, he carries it for thee.
No, the alley bends, the city murmurs like a tide. Some mock, some tremble, others fall back wide-eyed. Women weep, the hands of lanterns for their grief. You feel their tears like rain across your sleeve. He turns, his voice is steady over stone and din. Daughters of Jerusalem, don't weep for me, weep for what's within. The words move through the crowd like fire through chaff. You hear your own heart break, and you do not laugh. A sandal scuffs a child, clutches at a skirt. You step aside as soldiers bark and jerk. The beam cries out on cobblestones long low, and time slows down until the minutes will not go. You reach your hand toward a weight you cannot lift. Your breath syncs up with his, then slips, then drifts. The hill ahead stands waiting like a verdict, yet to speak you know its name without a name. Your knees feel weak.
The road is long, the light turns gray, the lamb keeps walking the ancient way. Your shadow spills beneath his feet. You hear the nails is inside the beat. You are close enough to count the thorns, close enough to hear him breathe, close enough to know this road is longer than the street beneath your feet.
Golgotha rises, a crown of rock against the sky. The soldiers move like habit, practice dry. They throw him to the timber, the world forgets to sing. And all at once you know the cost of calling him your king. A hammer lifts the air, pulls back its breath. The strike lands hard, a bell that tolls of death. You feel it in your ribs, a deep, unseating chime. A sound that splits the present from all time. No shouting now, just wind and iron and decree. Love holds the place where you should be. They raise the cross, the earth's spine seems to bend. Your name falls out your mouth and will not end. You stand there, dust in your teeth, tears you didn't plan. A soldier laughs behind you, but you barely hear the man. A darkness gathers far too early for the day. You know it's not the weather, something sacred moves the grave.
Was long, the sky turned gray, the cross was lifted, the world lost its way. You stood beside him, you couldn't look away. The nails, the thorns, the narrow gate, every cry was paid. Your name was spoken where the cross was laid.
The hammer's echo lingers in your chest. The hill does not forget. If you could lift the weight you would. He lifted it and kept your name. Tell me, now that you have walked beside him, how far will you follow? The wind shifts. It's noon, but the sky turns black like midnight. Crowds hush, soldiers glance at each other. Dust spins in the air, thick and heavy. You step closer to the cross, closer than you meant to. The wood creaks above you, his breath is shallow. The world is holding its breath with him.
Shadows fall where sunlight stood. The sky remembers holy blood. Whispers tremble heaven's way. Mercy speaks beneath the weight.
Every word cuts through the dark. Love still burns where nails left marks. Listen close, creation cries as the King of Glory dies. You lift your head as the wind turns cold. Darkness wrapping the hill like a fold. Torches flicker weak, their flames unsure. The laughter's gone, something pure endures. Then his voice breaks through the storm, cracked but clear. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. The soldiers freeze, a woman sobs. Even the sky seems to shudder at those words breaking through. A thief turns his head, bruised and barely alive. Remember me when you come into your kingdom, and with breath that sounds like eternity leaning in. Today you will be with me in paradise.
You're close enough to see their eyes meet, close enough to feel the ground pulse beneath your feet. Shadows fall where sunlight stood. The sky remembers holy blood. Whispers tremble heaven's way. Mercy speaks beneath the weight.
His gaze shifts down, Mary's at the foot. Tears tracing the lines that grief put. John's beside her, shoulders shaking slow. You watch his lips move, gentle through the woe. Woman, behold your son, behold your mother. And even in the agony, love stitches them together like no sword can sever. Hours drag like chains through sand. The sun's gone but the heat remains in your hands. His voice cracks again, I thirst. Someone lifts sour wine to his lips, but you can tell that's not the thirst he meant first. Then the air splits as he gathers the last strength in his chest. It is finished. The words roll out like thunder wrapped in flesh. You feel it ripple through the crowd, through you.
The sky trembles.
The veil begins to rip like storm cloth. You can hear it, faint. From the temple far away, creation bends. He's not done yet. The ground shakes like something deep just woke. Rocks crack open, thunder speaks without words. He lifts his face, eyes locked on heaven's sight. Voice breaking the night, wide open. Father, into your hands I commit my spirit. The cry hits like a blade of light through the dark. The earth roars, the temple veil tears from top to bottom, like heaven reaching down. The crowd stumbles, soldiers fall to their knees. Even your legs give way as the wind slams past. He exhales once, and everything stops.
Silence,
Not empty.
holy.
You were standing there when the world changed.
And Jesus cried again with a loud voice, and yielded up the ghost. And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain from the top to the bottom. And the earth did quake and the rocks rent.
Matthew 27.
Shadows fall where sunlight stood. The sky remembers holy blood. Whispers tremble heaven's weight. Mercy speaks beneath the
The veil is torn,
It formed the earth replies.
creation shakes.
Shakes the Savior dies.
Every breath,
The heavens mark. Love still burns within the dark.
you saw it.
You saw it.
The darkness, the cry, the earth breaking beneath the weight of a dying king. And when he said it is finished, the world didn't end, it began.
The ground is still moving under your feet. Dust hangs in the air like a breath that won't release. You look from the cross toward the city, and somewhere far off a sound begins to rise. The veil is torn, the way made clear. Heaven steps close, drives out our fear. The holy breaks the walls inside. No more distance, no divide.
Yeah, you hear it tear across the sky. Mercy opens, drawing nigh. You steady your hands as a hillside sways. When like a chorus you can't look away. The stones roll and murmur beneath your knees. The darkness listens to every plea. You breathe in the dust, you taste the night. You watch the thunder swallow light. From far in the city, a tremor of cloth, a seam surrendering to God. You turn your face where the temple stands. You feel the shock run through the land. The air itself seems split in two. The curtain falls and calls to you.
Veil is torn, the way made clear. Heaven steps close, drives out our fear.
Yeah, the holy breaks the walls inside. No more distance,
No divide.
now you're inside, stone pillars like giants that breathe. Incense heavy as ocean, priests frozen like leaves. You look up, top to bottom, a thunder of thread. No hand pulls, no blade cuts, God's fingers instead. Fabric screams like a storm, giving way to the sun. Centuries fold at the line where the tear has begun. Dust blooms gold in a shaft of unveiled light. You taste the holy, raw, alive, and bright.
Your knees go weak as the boundary dies. The holiest space opens wide to your eyes. New and living way carved straight through the scar. What held you back just isn't there anymore.
And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain from the top to the bottom.
Having therefore boldness to enter the holies by the blood of Jesus, by a new ending way.
The quake keeps rolling through your chest.
The air stands still, the world
The
confess.
soldier stares with widened eyes.
Truly God's son, he cries. Graves like gates begin to wake.
Shadows loose and fetters break.
You feel the ages tilt and turn. A covenant ends and new fires burn.
No curtain left to hide your name.
No gate to bar you from his flame. You stand where heaven touches dust. The way is open, come and trust. Love your trust. The veil is torn, the way made clear. Heaven steps close, drives out our fear. The holy breaks the walls inside. No more distance, no divide.
The curtain falls, the heavens roar. The door once shut is shut no more. With every tremor, grace arrives. The holy steps to human lives.
You heard it. You saw where the line once was, and how it isn't there anymore. The curtain is down. The way is open. Step in. The streets are empty. Doors are barred. The wind drags dust through the alleys like whispers that don't wanna be heard. The hill still stands, but the voices are gone. You walk and the world holds its breath. The world grows still beneath the sky. A question lingers, was this goodbye? The echoes fade, the torches die. 3 days of silence under watchful eye. 3 days of silence, the night won't break.
You move through narrow streets where laughter used to live. Shadows in the doorways have nothing left to give. The lamps are cold, the crowds are gone. Every echo you follow just leads you on. Walls remember footsteps, but no one speaks. The air tastes like morning, stale and bleak. You pass where we stumbled, where whispers grew loud. Now it's just wind and the weight of a shrouded crowd. Some hide behind shutters, afraid of the cost. Some kneel in confusion, mourning what's lost. The temple stands silent, the curtain's still torn, but the world feels empty, a kingdom unborn. You press your hand to the stone, still warm, like the city itself remembers the storm. Your heart beats loud in the silence ring. Every step like a drum in a world full of pain.
The world grows still beneath the sky. A question lingers, was this goodbye? The echoes fade, the torches die. 3 days of silence under watchful eyes. 3 days of silence, the night won't break.
You reach the garden where stone meets grave, where soldiers guard what they couldn't save. Torches flicker in rhythm with the breeze. Armor clinks like a warning through the olive trees. You stay in the shadows, close enough to see the seal on the tomb like a locked decree. The disciples are scattered, their whispers thin, like hope folded up and tucked within. You glance toward the sky, no stars tonight, just the weight of heaven, holding back the light. It's not over, you feel it in the air, like the silence itself knows who's still there. You close your eyes, the memory burns. Every word he spoke still turns and turns. 3 days stretch like years between breaths, but something stirs beneath the depths.
Isaiah 53:9.
Matthew 27:60. Matthew 28:1.
Isaiah 53:9.
Matthew 27:66. Matthew 28:1.
The world grows still beneath the sky. A question lingers, was this goodbye? The echoes fade, the torches die. 3 days of silence under watchful eyes. 3 days of silence, the night won't break. But somewhere in the silence, the ground will shake. 3 days of silence,
The tomb is sealed,
3 days of silence,
the ground will shake.
the city sleeps,
The tomb is sealed.
the world waits.
Morning.
Is coming. The air is cold, the stars are fading. You walk the path in silence, footsteps soft on the earth. The garden waits ahead, something in the wind has changed. Before the dawn, the silence breaks, the stone roll back, the ground awake, the world holds still, the shadows flee, the tomb is empty. Come and see.
The tomb is empty, come and see. You walk beside them, through the dark, hands clutching spices, trembling hearts. The garden looms, the world unsure. The weight of grief, you still endure. A faint light spills as night gives way. The first birds whisper the edge of day. And suddenly, the earth beneath your feet trembles with a pulse, steady, complete. The stone is moved, the door stands wide, the grave unsealed from the other side. The air is bright where death once lay. The silence shatters in the day.
Before the dawn, the silence breaks, the stone roll back, the ground awake, the world holds still, the shadows flee, the tomb is empty. Come and see.
Step closer, you're staring through history's door. Grave clothes folded, body no more. Light spills out where darkness slept. A promise kept where the world wept. Angels speak like thunder in disguise. Why seek the living here? Their voices rise. You freeze in the doorway, breath held tight. The world just shifted from death to life. This ain't just pages, its power is flame. The grave lost its grip, it can't hold its name. You stand where heaven rewrote the night. The tomb is empty, everything's right. Matthew 28:6,
Mark 16:4,
Luke 24:2.
John 20:20. Do not be ashamed, the angel sings. He is risen, the grave has lost its sting.
You turn to run, heart pounding flame. The world is new, nothing's the same. Light on the path, the message clear.
He goes before you, he's already near.
The dawn explodes, the sky declares.
The tomb is empty, and heaven stares. Before the dawn, the silence breaks, the stone roll back, the ground awake, the world holds still, the shadows flee, the tomb is empty. Come and see, the tomb is empty.
Come and see, He is risen. Eternity, the stone is rolled away. The grave is undone. The morning is spoken. He's not there. He's alive.
He's alive.
The garden is still. Dew clings to the grass, the air is sharp, carrying the last chill of night. You step closer, the stone is there, but something in the silence moves. A low hum rolls through the ground beneath your feet. The stars dim, the air thickens. Something is waking.
He rose like fire, breaking night. Chains fell silent in the light. Graves gave way, the darkness fled. The living flame walked where death once bled. He rose like fire.
Yeah, you
press your hand to the stone. It's cold but trembling, the wind shifts. The trees lean like they're holding their breath. A sudden light seeps through the cracks, faint at first, and swells like dawn forced through the earth. The ground quakes under your feet, a heartbeat from beneath. The air hums, low, growing alive. The stone grinds, a sound like thunder caught in a whisper. You stumble back as the edges glow, then the tomb bursts with light. Oh. The darkness flees like smoke before flame. The garden is no longer night, it's a furnace of glory. The light moves, not like fire consuming, but fire becoming.
Rose like fire, breaking night. Chains fell silent in the light.
Yeah.
He rose like fire. He rose like fire.
You blink through the blaze, but he's realer than the light. Every scar burning brighter than the night. Grave clothes folded, story rewritten. Death tried to hold him, but death got bitten. You feel it, the garden breathing new air. Chains breaking somewhere, everywhere. This isn't history, it's happening now. Heaven's flame, wearing a thorn-scorched crown. The stone rolled, the curse rolled with it. Every wall cracked when the fire hit it. From that tomb to your chest, the flame runs deep. The King of Kings just woke the world from sleep. Matthew 28:9, Luke 24:31, John 20:19, Revelation 1:18.
He steps through the light, the fire still clinging. His eyes are flame, his voice like singing. You fall to your knees, the world's sincere. The garden bows to the Father's way.
He steps through the light, the fire still clinging. His eyes are flame, his voice like singing.
You fall to your knees, the world stands still. The garden bows to the Father's will.
The scars still shine, crowned with flame. The earth remembers his holy name. He turns towards you, your breath, your soul ignite. The risen one stands in the breaking light.
Like fire, breaking night. Chains fell silent in the light. Grace gave way, the darkness fled. The living flame walked where death once bled.
Yeah,
He rose like fire.
yeah.
He rose like fire.
Forever right. He's alive, he's alive. You're still on your knees. The dawn is blazing. Death is ash. Life is flame. And he rose like fire.
He rose like fire.
The wind picks up around you. The sky is washed in morning light. You stand shoulder to shoulder with the others, eyes fixed on him. His hands lift in blessing. The ground still remembers the fire, but now the heavens are waiting.
He ascended through the light. Heaven opened day to night. Glory rising, earth stands still. The King returns to the Father's will. He ascended.
You see his
robe, catch the wind, white against the dawn. His voice a quiet thunder that the hills lean on. The world seems to hold his breath in his hands as the sky folds open like ancient plans. Light gathers round him, swirling alive, like heaven itself has started to arrive. Your heartbeat slows as the air starts to climb. The moment stretches outside of time.
He ascended through the light. Heaven open day to night. He ascended. He ascended.
You say, you're standing on holy ground, looking up through the blaze, watching glory rise through morning haze. Not a myth, not a story someone told. The sky itself unfolds. He's lifted like fire in reverse. Heaven receives him, creation immersed. This is the promise hanging in the air. The king is gone, but he'll meet you there.
Luke 24:51.
Acts 1:9.
Acts 1:11.
Revelation 19:11.
The king carrying scripture upward.
You keep your eyes on the sky, the clouds still burning.
Two figures stand where your gaze is turning.
Why do you stand here looking this way?
He'll return as he left on another day.
The wind still swirls, the heavens sing. The earth remembers the risen king. Your heart lifts with the sky's refrain. He ascended and he will reign.
He ascended through the light. Heaven open day to night. Glory rising, earth stands still. The king returns to the Father's will. He ascended. He ascended. He ascended. He ascended. He ascended. The heavens open wide.
He reigns. He reigns.
You stand beneath the empty sky. The wind still whispers his name. He's gone, but not for long. He's coming back the same
The room is packed. The air is still. You hear the floor creak beneath shifting feet. Hands fidget, eyes close. The sound of Jerusalem outside feels distant, like the world is holding its breath. Then, a low hum, a pressure in the air. The waiting ends.
flame in the upper room, wind in the walls, breaking the gloom. Flame in the upper room, flame in the upper room.
Yeah, you look up, the rafters tremble, the air shifts heavy, unstoppable. A sound like a storm races down unseen, filling every corner like a rushing stream. The windows shake, the oil lamps flare. It's not outside, it's right here in the air. Your breath catches, the sound wraps tight. A wind from heaven, fierce and bright.
Flame in the upper room, flame in the upper room, wind in the walls, breaking the gloom. Flame in the upper room.
Then it hits like lightning with no sky. Tongues of fire fall, nobody asks why. Every head crowned with the burning flame.
river set free. Language is flowing like prophecy's key. Power fills lungs, courage ignites. The world outside's about to see the light. This isn't a whisper, it's a roar that stays. The spirit stepping into our days. From silence to storm, heaven makes its move. The flame falls in the room and the world's approved.
Acts 2:1, Acts 2:2,
Joel 2:28.
John 14:16.
Fire rests, not consuming, but alive.
Every word they speak begins to thrive.
Yeah, languages you've never known.
Every heart aflame, every seed is sown.
The room's no longer walls and floor. It's heaven's gate, it's an open door. The flame descends, the world will hear. The birth of boldness, the end of fear.
Flame in the upper room, flame in the upper room. Waiting in the walls, flame in the upper room. Flame in the upper room, flame in the upper room. Flame in the upper room.
The fire came down, the world caught flame. The fire didn't stay in the room, it spread. And it's still burning.
The door bursts open. The sound spills into the streets. You step into the morning light with fire still clinging to your clothes. The city gathers, drawn by the sound, confused by the tongues. Faces turn, whispers rise. And then Peter steps forward. The wind hasn't stopped, it's just changed direction.
Speak flame, let the world hear. Wind and fire, draw the crowd near. Heaven's voice on mortal tongues. The story spoken, the song begun.
Speak flame,
Speak flame,
speak flame, speak flame. You stand in the street, as voices collide. A river of languages pouring outside. Some marvel and awe, some scoff and stare. This can't be real, the laughter fills the air. The wind still hums like the heartbeat of heaven. You feel it in your chest 11, and then Peter steps forward, eyes like flame. The street goes silent when he speaks his name.
speak
Speak
flame.
flame,
Let the world hear. Wind and fire, draw the crowd near.
speak flame,
Speak flame,
speak flame, speak flame, speak flame. He raises his voice like thunder through stone. Men of Judea, let this be known. These men ain't drunk, it's too early for wine. This is Joel's prophecy, now is the time. I pour out my spirit on daughters and sons. Dreamers will dream, the flame has begun. Signs in the heavens, wonders below. The great and glorious day will show. Everyone who calls on his name will be saved. The fire's been lit, the path's been paved. The crowd leans in, the air ignites. The word cuts deep through the morning light.
Acts 2:14,
Joel 2:32,
Acts 2:36,
Romans 10:13.
Romans 10:13.
It's Jesus, he cries, you nailed to the tree, but God raised him up and set him free. Death couldn't hold him, the grave lost its fight. Now he's exalted at the Father's right. He poured out his fire, you see and hear. This is his kingdom, his glory near. Let all Israel know, let every heart see. God made him Lord and Christ indeed. The words hit hard like hammer to stone. The crowd feels the weight in their bones.
Conviction spreads like wildfire fast. The flame spoken is burning at last.
What must we do? The crowd cries aloud.
Turn and repent.
Turn and repent. Peter answers the crowd.
Be baptized in his name.
Be baptized in his name, everyone.
And receive the gift.
And receive the gift the Father's begun.
The street becomes an altar that day. 3,000 hearts choose the way. The wind still moves, the fire remains. The world is changed as Peter proclaims.
Speak flame, let the world hear. Wind and fire, draw the crowd near. Heaven's voice on mortal tongues. The story spoken, the song begun.
Speak flame.
Speak flame.
Speak flame. Speak flame. The fire spoke once, and it's speaking still. Speak flame. Speak flame. Speak flame. The fire spoke once, and it's speaking still. The flame didn't stay in the room. It spoke. And the world caught fire. The streets have changed. Every home feels like a temple. They gather, not in fear, but in love. Bread breaks, prayers rise. And everywhere you look, the same fire. One heart, one flame.
One heart, one flame, gathered in His holy name. Every soul, every place, burning bright with heaven's grace.
One heart, one flame,
one flame,
one heart.
one flame.
You sit among them as the prayers ascend. Faces lit like dawn that will never end. The breaking of bread, the sound of praise, the fire alive in the everyday ways. You see hands open, nothing held tight. Needs met quietly under lantern light. Miracles whisper through the streets each night. The flame doesn't shout, it shines bright. The laughter rings like bells through the air. The poor find hope, the broken find care. Every heart beats to the same refrain. One spirit alive in every vein.
One heart, one flame, gathered in His word.
One heart,
One flame, gathered in His
one heart,
burning now with heaven's.
one heart.
One heart, one flame, one flame, one flame, one heart.
From the tomb to the fire to the streets we came. From whispers in darkness to the world aflame. I saw a stone road, I felt wind break through. Now I see the flame alive in you. No more hiding, no fear remains. The gospel's alive in these gathered chains. This is the kingdom, not walls of fame, but hearts united under His name.
Acts 2:42, Acts 2:44, Acts 2:47.
Every house,
A temple of light, every soul burning through the night. No one alone, no need ignore. The Spirit moves, hearts restored. Day by day, their number grows. The fire flows where the river goes. One body, one song, one holy aim. A world reborn through one flame.
same.
Forever burning, forever the same, forever burning
It multiplied, and it's still burning.